So this is hard for me, and it's hard for me as a citizen of Berkshire County, hearing that these things exist in our hometown by the people who we care about and see every day. But it also hurts me personally, because like Gwen said, West and the Dews families are very good friends of mine, maybe even best friends. So when I heard about what had happened, there was just a flood of emotions that went through me. And when Gwen asked me to talk, I didn't know which one of those emotions were going to show up. And some of those emotions, like I initially just felt hurt. And then I felt angry. And then there was a part of me that was really, really sad. And there was another part of me that was scared. And the part that was hurtful was the part of being a black man in America. Because when you're a black man in America, you're treated differently. And especially like in the era in which I was born, which wasn't that long ago, when that word was huddled around, it was said out of severe hatred. When kids like your age that looked like me tried to go into schools, that word was hurled at them while they were spat on and cursed. That word was used when people like me tried to go in a restaurant where people like you could willfully eat, but I couldn't. And that was hurtful. And when people like me tried to just ask for a basic civil equality, we would have dogs sicked on us while that word was thrown at us. So when I heard that this was happening, the black man in me was really, really hurt. But then there was the kid from the Bronx in me. And that kid was angry. That kid was upset that this was happening. Because us from the Bronx, we don't play that. We don't allow anyone to talk to us that way or put these things out in front of us to show us, to label us. We don't play that in the Bronx. In the Bronx, we would take you by your collar, we would slam you up against the wall, and we would look at you and call you a punk or a coward for using words like that. Because in the Bronx, we don't play that. We get fed up if words like that were thrown at us. So the kid from the Bronx in me was angry when I heard about what was happening. And then I thought about the father in me and the parent in me when I heard what was happening, and I was sad. And I was sad because as a parent, we are failing you as children. We are failing you as a culture, as a society, and a community. Because we are not doing our job to teach you, to show you guidance, to show you that we are all the same, regardless of how we look. And us as parents have to step up and do a better job and embrace you and say, we're sorry that we're not doing our part to show you the love that you need and the support that you need so that you don't have this hatred inside of you, that you feel the need to express out to other people. So the parent in me is sorry, so sorry that we are even here and having this conversation. The parent in me apologizes for not loving you and supporting you and teaching you enough that you would not even have the audacity to say that word. And then there's the human in me. And the human in me simply asks, why? Why are we still here? Why are we still doing this to each other? Why aren't we just showing love and compassion and empathy towards one another? And the human in me is scared because I don't want my children or you children or your children's children to go through this. So I'm scared as a human. Now, you may not be able to relate to me as a black man, and you may not be able to relate to me as a kid from the Bronx, and you may not be able to relate to me as a parent, but I know you can relate to me as a human, because that's the one commonality we all have. We are all beautifully, equally human. And I ask for each of you, all of you, to look inside that sense of humanity that you have and realize that we are all one. Thank you.